leads into that. How do y'all handle conflict? Especially when you know there's going to be something that might make the other one upset.
That's very good.
The best stinking way we can. You know, it's gonna happen. There's no relationship this way with a sibling. I mean, every relationship that you have, no matter what category it falls into, you cannot avoid conflict. You are not gonna avoid tension. So I say, first of all, I think of our relationship as banks, and I make as many deposits into his account as absolutely possible to the best of my ability. And he does the same here, so that when there is conflict, maybe something is said without emotional intelligence, or someone, you know, steps outside of the lines and hits below the belt. That's gonna happen. That's happened with us as well. You know, it's important for us to pour in every time we can, because we're not going to avoid it, guys.
Yeah, communicate. I'll say this: conflict is neither positive or negative. Conflict in and of itself is neutral. You know what makes conflict positive or negative?
Me.
The person that's receiving it or the person that's articulating it.
Yeah.
Conflict is actually needed. It's called tension. It's the same tension that causes a pearl to come from an oyster. It's tension. All right. So conflict is a tension to be managed. You cannot avoid it. Like Tina said, it is imperative that you place enough deposits into the relational equity bank that whenever I do miss it, or whenever there is conflict, then it's not like a malicious or you coming to kill me. Now, I always say this: one of the greatest things that we can do is understand how to communicate conflict. That's where we miss it. You know, I think it was George Bernard Shaw that said one of the greatest illusions about communication is the assumption that it's actually taking place.
That it actually
Just
happens.
because I'm talking doesn't mean we're actually communicating. So one of the things that I had to learn was her love language. I had to learn, how does Tina process information? What I cannot do is talk to her with my loud tone. I come from a home where everybody's loud.
I'm on the verge of doing this right now.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. But everybody, you should hear my family. When Thanksgiving is, everybody's yelling and all this. So I'm going to bring it down. So
You're passionate.
my tone would be loud. And so when I would bring things to her attention, I am just talking the way I grew up talking. She took it as I was attacking her. So what I had to learn is how she processes information.
Quietly.
Don't do the sit down. Hey, let me talk to you for a second. Let's do it informally. Let's go on a walk. We'll talk then.
Yes.
But I don't want her to feel like she's sitting in the principal's office. Now, that's my wife.
Right.
That's what works for her. That may not work in your relationship or in your friendship. So I think one of the greatest things about communicating conflict is understanding how the listener processes that information.
And extend the grace to the other person that you hope to receive next week. Because there will be a next week.
It's coming.